Good afternoon, students. Are you there? Can someone respond? Yes, Shobha Rani. Sai.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Arundhati. I can see 8 members here.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Zai.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Arundhati. Shobha. Who is Redmi? Who is Redmi here? Logged in with Redmi mobile. What's the name? What's the name? Good afternoon for everyone. So shall we start the class now, because it's almost 10-15 minutes for
Yes, ma'am.
good afternoon, Ramu. Maybe today we are going to streamline all the classes. You gave a call to us, so it's good. I came to know that there are some lapses in the technical issues are there. So I need to go up with the technicalities. Just let me 1 minute and get back. Ask your friends to join as well, because the session will be there today until 5:30. Okay. Do you have 9th paper with you? What is the title of it? All of you have got the 9th course book 9? You have the course book? You have the course book with you? Anyone respond?
Ma'am.
Yes, Ramu, tell me.
Ma'am, it's working day for me, ma'am. I am at actually school.
Okay, you are already there. Okay, that's great. No problem. What about Arundhati, Jai?
Ma'am.
Yes. Arundhati,
Yes, ma'am.
got the book with you?
Textbook, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Living on literature, someone from your group gave a message in your WhatsApp stating like, join the class, friends, right? Okay. They'll come to know about it, and definitely all the classes are going to be there. I'll be monitoring and see whether the classes are going to happen in proper time, and so that it will be benefit for you. Were you able to do your assignments? Have you
Yes,
completed
ma'am.
your
Working on,
assignment?
ma'am.
Good, good. Please do that and submit it as soon as possible in your representative respective regional centers, whichever the place you belong, because some of you are from Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam, and some other places. So try to complete the classes, because hardly you have April 30th is the last date. In course of time, within this month, next month, first 3 weeks will be completely dedicated, and then you have another 5 classes for the second years. Definitely, I'll see that all the classes will be done morning to evening. All the 5 sessions will be there. It will be a revision kind of thing for all of you. Okay. So take it seriously. This is the second year. How many completed all the?
Ma'am, it's not audible, ma'am.
It's not audible.
No, ma'am. Very low in volume.
Okay, okay. Wait for a minute.
Yeah, ma'am.
Wait for a minute. I'll come to you.
Is it audible now?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Is it clear now?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. Today we are going to have the session on this is a book that I'm asking you to see. Indian writing in English, right? I'll be taking the class for you in the Indian writing in English today. How many chapters we have? If you have any book with you, please take the content page. This is the content page, right? I know like everyone might have got the classes, regular classes. Anyone attended the regular classes for you in your representative study centers? Any of you? I can see 10 people here. So Zaib, from which Zaib, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, which
Jubilee
Uh,
Hills.
okay, any point of time you came to the university, Zaib?
No, ma'am, it was not possible
Okay,
actually.
no problem. Arundhati, from which place you are?
Nizamabad, ma'am.
Nizamabad. అక్కడ క్లాసెస్ జరిగాయండి మీకు?
Yes, ma'am. But I didn't attend.
Okay, okay, done. Next, who is next one? Jasmine. Jasmine, are you there? Yeah, I'm happy to see you, Jasmine. Yeah. Which study center you are? Which regional study center you are? Which place?
University campus.
Be loud, Jasmine.
University campus.
University campus. Any point of time you came to the class?
On the first day of the class, I came there, ma'am, but only
Okay.
Tirupati sir came.
Who is Venkatama? From where you
Yeah,
are?
ma'am. From
Venkatama.
Mehboob Nagar, ma'am.
Okay.
Mehboob Nagar.
You have your classes there?
Yes, yeah, ma'am. It was conducted, but I couldn't attend.
Okay. Many of you were unable to attend. Ajay Prasad. So, do you have the class at that point of time? Hello? I'm extremely sorry. In between, I just have to go and come back. Yeah, I can see Shobha Rani. Shobha Rani, from which place you are? Shobha, are you there? Shobha, are you there? Divya, who is Divya? Divya, is it my voice audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, then don't worry. Ajay, from which place you are?
Madam, I am from Nizamabad, ma'am.
Okay, so you had your classes, right?
Yeah, madam.
Good. You have you attended the classes
No, madam.
in
Still,
RCC?
no, madam. I am trying to attend, but in the middle or in the end, I got time. But present now also I am doing my work. Meanwhile, I try to attend the class, ma'am. I'm trying to attend.
No, Ajay. I'm speaking on offline classes where you in
Yeah,
Sundays.
Yeah,
Were
yeah,
you able
attended,
to
ma'am.
go there?
Yeah. We have attended, madam.
Okay.
Except second Saturday.
Because it is a blended mode now. 50% is offline and 50% is online.
Yeah, ma'am.
Only 8 classes are there. In that already 2 classes got completed and there's a third class and you have left with only 5 classes. Okay. Yeah.
ma'am.
Who is, thank you Ajay.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
who is this A53? Oppo A53. Who is this? Introduce yourself. What's your name? Redmi లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఎవరండి? Oppo లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఎవరు? మీరు మీ పేరు రాసుకోండి అక్కడ. ఇలా బాగుండదు కదా. రెడ్మీ అంటే ఏంటి? ఇది ఒక ఫోన్ పేరు కదండి. Are you here? Are you here? ఉన్నారా మీరు? సో ఆన్ చేసి వెళ్ళిపోయారా? ఓకే. రెడ్మీ ఎవరండి? The moment I ask, he'll go away. Okay, I can see so many people here. Let me start the class today. So we are going to have a bird's eye view about this course, 9th course called as Indian English Literature. Indian English Literature is going to have 5 blocks. In the 5 blocks, we can see the arrival of English in India. And this is the first unit. So what's the reason why we should read Indian writing in English? Is there any specific reason for that? What is the contribution of Indian writers? How many Indian writers in the first year also you have an idea about it, right? Can you give some examples of Indian writers who wrote in English? Indian English writers. Can you give some examples of it or name any writer? Can you name any writer who are in Indian writers in English? Any name
Sarojini
of?
Naidu.
Yes, Sarojini Naidu and
R.K. Narayan, Mulk
R.K. Narayan. Zaib,
Yes.
Zaib, be more loud.
Okay.
Your voice is very feeble. Yeah, Zaib, tell me.
R.K. Narayan, Mulk Anand,
And
Rabindranath Tagore.
okay, Rabindranath Tagore is a poet and a short story writer, versatile Indian writer in English, and he got Nobel Prize. Yes, what is trio? Raja Rao, right? Yes. Kantapura. His famous writing. Very good. Very good. Yes. So even this time we are going to see only Indian English writers. What's the reason we are emphasizing on Indian English, and what's the reason that we were focusing on Indian English writing, Indian English literature? Though the language is English, we are representing our culture, our socio-economic conditions, and the nativity of Indian subcontinent is reflected in Indian English literature. Okay, so the block 1 is about introduction of Indian English literature. the arrival of English in India. How English arrived in India. English people, not English language. English people arrived in India. Second is early Indian prose in English. Who wrote Indian prose? They started with writing about it's especially it started with newspapers where people wanted to read about English, what's happening in Britain and what's happening around the world. And print media is the only place where they can get the information on those days. It's not internet information technology revolution started from 1970, 75, 80, and now we are in a peak of technology where everything is just like within the hands, within the mobile, you can get all the information, right? You're listening to me thousands of, maybe hundreds of kilometers far away, but you can see me. The audio is clear to you, visible. I'm visible to you, video, audio, everything is there. Classes are also online. Is it possible 30 years back? At least, is it possible 20 years back to have this kind of platform? Only Skype used to be there where people can, we used to have in 2000 emails and getting the information. But this type of an interaction, live interaction, only phone used to be there where, it's at that to the landline where we used to wait for a long time for a trunk call. Do you know what is trunk call? Do you know what is
Yes,
trunk call
ma'am.
in telephone? Yeah, tell me, what is it?
It was actually connected, ma'am. From if we call to telephone exchange, they will connect it to the desired location.
Okay. This is it. Is it my voice clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because I'm just wondering, I was able to listen the voice from the outside. Okay, anyway. So there is a difference between a trunk call and mobile, right? So what do you think? Is it easy now or is it difficult now?
It's very easy, ma'am.
Yes. Now, because of the technology, we were able to travel even we are using the technology for the benefit of education, right? But what happened 200 years back at the time of 1800s and 1900s? Why English arrived in India and what kind of poetry and prose was produced by Indians in English literature or English language for that matter? We started with early 20th century, R.K. Narayan Dark Room and Raja Rao's Kantapura. This is a very famous work of Raja Rao. Raja Rao is concerned with, these are Indian trio. Who are the Indian trio? R.K. Narayan, Rashipuram Krishnaswamy Narayan and Raja Rao. Who is another one? Mulk Raj Anand, right? What is the famous work of Mulk Raj Anand? What is the famous work of Untouchable, right? Yes, Untouchable is Raja Rao's Mulk Raj Anand's. These are the three people pioneer in Indian literature when it comes to, we call them as Indian trio. Then comes Indian poetry. So first block is an introduction, how Britishers came to India, what kind of prose is produced in Indian literature, what is the contribution of Raja Rao, Mulk Raj Anand and R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan's Malgudi days are very famous. They're all short stories. Malgudi is a fictional town in South India, and we can see a lot of irony. It looks like a children literature, but seriously, they are questioning the identity of Indianness there, and simple message and portrayal of normal common people, right? You can see R.K. Narayan as a writer and his brother who is a cartoonist, where a common man is going to question everything, right? For example, right now, if R.K. Narayan's brother, what is his name? R.K. Narayan's brother's name? Anyone know? Yes, R.K. Lakshman. Lakshman's common man. It's very interesting. If common man is here, he has got a lot of questions like, now Ukraine and Russia is in war. So in the war, what kind of difficulty that as in South Indians we are facing? South Indian, not South Indians, South Asians. Why petrol is getting, what's the problem with the stock market and how it is connected to my milk in the morning? How it is connected to my vegetables that I cook inside my house? How it is connected to my travel? So a common man can question from any point of view, and they can be simple, there's no need to be very complex about it. And that's the reason R.K. Lakshman is very famous for his common man cartoons, right? And but it's not so simple. The complex issues are represented in a very simple way. That's what the beauty of the cartoon of R.K. Lakshman. The same way, R.K. Narayan's poem or R.K. Narayan's short stories, they are so simple but still very effective, and it represents the Indian values, Indian culture, Indian environment as such, how it is represented in R.K. Narayan. We all know Malgudi days. In our childhood days, we used to have a lot of stories about Malgudi, right? So the first is all about introduction. Second is Indian poetry till independence. Indian poetry starts with the romantic tradition and 19th century poet Henry de Rosio and Torudat, Sarojini Naidu, Aurobindo. So Aurobindo's famous work is Savitri. Sarojini Naidu for her poetry and her poems. So what kind of poem we are going to read in this block? Let us see. Okay, this will be Indian poetry till independence. After the independence, what happened after the independence? How many writers, contemporary writers? We see a lot of fiction got a great place in Indian literature. So Indian novel, we can see here we started with early writings of Indian writers. We went on with poetry, then we are with the fiction now. The Indian novel 1950s and 80s, what are the themes and what kind of characters, how they portrayed the society, and what is the standpoint of the writer, all these are discussed in Indian fiction. Okay, Indian women's fiction, postmodern fiction, the novel of Indian diaspora, and Rohinton mysteries, a fine balance. Indian poetry and drama is discussed in the last block, where we started with fiction, we started with poetry, then we went on with prose, novel, fiction, short story, and finally we are coming to poetry and drama. Okay, so Indian poetry and drama from 1950s to 1990s, so 40 years. How many people contributed to the Indian English literature, especially in the genre of poetry? And modern Indian poetry, themes and techniques, what kind of themes and what are the techniques that the poet was able to experiment in his poetry, we'll be able to understand in modern Indian poetry. And Nizam Ezekiel and A.K. Ramanujan, we got some examples from their poetry. And contemporary drama, we all the genres of Indian English literature are covered in this course. We start with poetry, then we went on with fiction, where we are discussing on short story, novel, and drama as well. And with the contemporary Indian writing in English, we concluded the course. Okay. And in the last, you can have a model examination paper, and the syllabus is also given, right? Okay, totally we have 20 units, and you must be able to, you can enjoy this course because of two reasons. One is it is not somewhere in England happening, but it's right in front of us. All the writings are very interesting because that portrays our own Indian environment, the situations in India. Okay, let me start with unit 1, arrival of English in India, page number 3. Anyone got the book with you? Ajay, do you have book with you? No, you are somewhere in your working place. Deepika, you got book with you? Yes. Ramu is somewhere else. Okay. Jasmine, you got? Divya?
Yes, ma'am.
Zaib, you got it. Okay. Samreen, happy to see you. Sri Lakshmi?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. I'm very happy to see you, Sri Lakshmi. Shweta, I think a lot of people are joining now. Very good. Okay. So let me go to this first page, page number 3. Can someone read for me? After the Battle of Plaza in 1753, the English in East India Company, ELC, became a political power. It played a major role in the accession and succession problems of native kings, acquired taxation rights. Is it my voice clear to all of you?
Yes,
Is it my voice clear? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Sri Lakshmi. Thank you, Jaina. Yeah, I can see the number increasing. Tell your friends to join. You'll have a class until 5:30. Okay, 5 o'clock. After the Battle of Plaza in 1757, an East India Company became a political power. It played a major role in accession and succession problems of native kings, acquired taxation rights. So India was at that time not like the India that we see nowadays, but it was a different small countries and a lot of small countries inside South Indians and North Indians and Northeast, everywhere, different parts of India we can see in that point of time, right? So while it attained its interest in trade, the focus of company policy now included governance, administration, military law, and order, other such activities as well. So it's when English came to India, let me tell you in a simple manner. When English came to India, Britishers came to India. It is not for occupying our lands, but they came for trade. Do you can someone tell me what is the reason they came here? What are the things they want to acquire from India? Any idea?
Spices.
Spices. Very good. Spices, right? Yes, it's spices. Since they are from cold countries where black pepper and all the spices needs lot of heat and summer. So for India, we have enough of heat, enough of sun is available, and we grow that type of crops, and they are tropical plants. So that's the reason they came all the way. And what is the way they took? Is it by land or by sea or by air? Which route they took to come India to do the trade?
Arabian Sea, ma'am.
Yes, they came by sea, right? They came from many. It's the travel mode is generally not by land, because the food and all is difficulty, but they came by sea. Remember, now we are flying in the air by aeroplanes and all that stuff, but 200-300 years back it was not the situation. So they came by sea, and they first came here only on the seashores. Remember, Madras is a place where they have a seashore. Kolkata, where the seashore is there. Bombay, again a seashore. And what is another place? Madras, Kolkata, Bombay. What is another place?
Ma'am, would you repeat the question?
Yeah. The seashores where Indian Britishers, for that matter, French people entered India. So what are the places they entered? Seashores they entered. Do you remember any of your 10th class history?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Actually, first Calicut, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Followed by,
yes.
Goa, Mumbai, and then
yes, lot of places. It is all, yes, it's all about, I mean, it's all the seashore of India. It's not from any other parts of India. So wherever they were able to come and have a trade with them, they settled there for some time, and they made some business for themselves. They gave the money, they gave the gold, and the exchange. It's not about exchange of currency was not there on those days. It is about gold and silver. And they stayed for some time in India. They thought like Indians are very innocent, and they're very ambitious. Basically, they wanted to conquer the world. And it's not that is only their thing on their head, but they came here for business, and they became traders, and they continued the trade for some time, and they started to make some settlements. Settlements means a group of people living together, that too foreign people, right? So in that way they started in 1770, and they came to know the nuances of the what kind of people Indian are. It's not Indian are like one India that we see now, but they are all small countries, small countries, and some big empires are there. They started to have different kind of an attitude just to conquer that place and to loot the India in whatever the possible way. So they started that kind of, so the English arrived after 1757. Their roots became very strong. They started to be an administrator in some part of India. Okay. English education and the natives. So far we have seen Britishers sought to introduce English as a language instruction, but how did the Indians receive it? What is the reason why they introduced English to India is they wanted to have they can't understand Indian languages, because every 200 kilometers we find new language. Even in South India, we can see we have Telugu. Even in Telugu, you have almost 10 dialects like Telangana dialect, Andhra dialect, Rayalaseema dialect, Costa dialect. Even in Telugu, you have 10 to 15 variations are there. Then when it comes to language, it is Kannada, Telugu, English, Marathi. Then Karnataka, they have Tamil Nadu, Tamil, Malayalam. So every 200 to 300 kilometers, language is changing in India. Do you agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you agree with me? So what they thought is they can't learn all the languages, right? We have 360 languages, oral and written in India. Even now, even till today, we have so many languages. Languages, we don't even have script. For example, Tulu, you don't have a language. Script is not there. Okay. So many languages don't have script, but they speak with, they have a lot of culture related to that. And
Marathi also, ma'am.
Sri Lakshmi, what is it?
Marathi also, ma'am. There is no script for Marathi.
Yes, some dialects don't have, right? So you can clearly see, like it is difficult for Britishers to understand. It is difficult for them to understand and speak the languages of Indian languages. If you go to Haryana, Punjab, their Punjabi is different, Kashmir is different. When you come to Gujarati is different. Their traditions are different. Their food is different. Their habits are also different. So it is difficult for them to understand the language, to speak the language, local language. So what they thought is, they thought they can introduce English to us so that they can make the documentation. How much revenue is generated? Who will tell? A village will have 200 people. Out of them, only 1 or 2 can understand little bit of English. All the 180 people cannot understand, or they cannot speak with Indians. But they want to have a conversation with the Indians, because the administration is by the Britishers, and they want to document how much revenue is coming, what is happening around them, how to control the people. To keep that bookish knowledge and documentation, they thought it is important to introduce English. Is it for the benefit of Indians, or is it for the benefit of Britishers? Tell me.
Benefit of Britishers only.
Yes, definitely. They started roadways because in 1900s, early 18th century, British was undergoing industrial revolution. That means they invented machines. For their machines, they need lot of cotton, and cotton should be cotton is not very I mean, it's again a problem with the cotton crop. There is a lot of cotton from India. They want to transport cotton from India to England. Are you getting me? For the transportation from remote village of, for example, somewhere in Kerala, or somewhere in remote village of Kerala, or remote village of Tamil Nadu, like Adilabad, somewhere it's a very remote place where you don't have any transportation, but still you get a good crop of cotton crop. How to transfer that crop from there to the seashore of somewhere in Chennai? So what they have done? What they have done? Any guess what they might have done?
Yeah, laid roads.
Yes, they laid railway roads, right? Railroad, because the transportation they need for their goods, it's not for the passenger. Remember, it is not for the Indians they started railways. It's for their transportation of goods from the nook and corners of India. That goods should be properly transferred to the seashores, where it can be from Bombay, Chennai, Kolkata, all seashores, and it will be traveling to the England. Are you getting me? So education was introduced for their benefit, but they have trained whom? Indians, but not at the apex level. It is only for the account. It is for the documentation. It is for controlling the Indians. They need someone to be trained, but as a slave they train, not as a master they trained us. Okay. So do you think like now, is it for the benefit of Indians, or is it for the benefit of Britishers?
Britishers only.
Yes, it is definitely for the benefit of Britishers. They have done that. And transport also, again, the railroads and all, rail and all the things have been done from them. Then what is the reason of education? Why they started education for us? See, so many things, we feel like Indians have, Britishers gave so many things to Indians. If you see from our point of view, it is completely different. In 1835, Lord Macaulay, a distinguished scholar and statesman, prepared a minute on Indian education. He began by praising the English language and culture. He then proceeded to argue that writing in vernacular languages, Arabic, Sanskrit, and Persian were essentially worthless. You can see this on page number 4. Lord Macaulay. How many have completed B.Ed here? Education? B.Ed. Anyone completed or anyone teacher here?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good. So you might have completed. Chat box, 3 boxes are there. 3, Goa, when Goa. Okay, so many people are responding. Samreen. Yeah, Samreen, this is page number 4. Okay. I can see the chat box here. Okay. So depending on Lord Macaulay, page number 4, you can see 1835, he thought like the other languages are not rich. Generally, Britishers have that very aggressive nature. They think like the only English and white skin is beautiful, dark are not beautiful, and all the dark people are slaves. This is their attitude. Actually, they are very aggressive in their attitude, and that's the reason they are so arrogant to tell like the Britishers don't have any, sun is not going to set in the British Empire, because in one way or the other they want to go and conquer the all over the world, and the globe, from east to west and other sides of the part of the world. So they thought like they are unconquerable, and they're so arrogant in their judgments also. They thought it is vernacular. You know what is the meaning of vernacular language? It's not about local. Varna means color. Varna, Tamil, Sanskrit. What is Varna? Na sound, right? Varna means color. It's a colored people language. They thought it's a colored people language. That means it's a slave language. So they don't want to think, they think like Sanskrit is not good language, Persian is not good language, and it's worthless, they thought. And so they started to propagate, and propaganda went on with literature, especially in English literature and English language. And they started to teach English medium as well. Okay. So let us see in the next one. I'm not going inside of it. I'm just having a glance of it. Read well for the first unit, and you'll understand how difficult it is for the Indians to come out of the clutches even today. Why we are reading in the English? Because it is good, and because it is very contemporary. We can update our knowledge. It became a global language. It is no more belonging to only England. We have Indian English as well, and we are adapting it in all over the world. And it's well translated. So many reasons that we think English is good for our career as well, right? Okay. So that is early Indian English, prose in English. And let me go for unit. Yeah. English language, therefore, was necessary instrument of colonial rule and domination. The intention was to create clerks for the imperial services, and teach natives English modes of thinking. And missionaries and educationists helped the spread of the English, and English created a native elite culture where those with access to English acquired social status, attained respectability. However, the elite would eventually also recognize the unfairness of English rule and spearheaded the demand for independence. So why they started to give in English to us is to create clerks for the documentation of Britishers. And second is about the missionaries, where they started to even preach religion as a mode of, because the downtrodden people got affected, attracted to that because of 2 reasons. Indian community is based on Indian religions are biased at some point or the other, and they wanted to spread this Christianity here. Even that is also one reason missionaries came into India, and they spread Christianity in India in one way or the other. However, the elite would eventually got recognized unfairness of English rule. Not that all people got converted, not that all are, by the idea of English, but even some people question the same in their own language, like Bipin Chandra Pal and Raja Rao. All these people are well educated, and they are all well educated in English, and they are all bachelors in law. They mastered in law, and they are practicing lawyers, practitioners, law practitioners, and they question Britishers in their own language. That's the beauty of Indian. They learn and then they question, and they always wanted to have an egalitarian society anywhere in India. Even now, we see people are migrating from different countries, right? Go to any country, go to any continent in India, in the world, you find Indians. What do you think? What is the reason for that? Why Indians can go anywhere and can survive? What is the reason for that? Are you
It's
there
their
with
meek
me?
nature, culture, language.
Okay. And
Most ma'am. Mostly, most of the Indians are submissive.
Mostly we
And
mingle with other
hardworking.
people and
we
we mingle with other people and we have egalitarian mentality like that.
okay. We are more humble.
British.
Hmm. Hmm.
They have served British for nearly 500 years now.
Yeah, almost 400 years. We can call it
So-
like it's almost 400 years. Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
because of that nature, they are very humble and
Okay. Zaib, not only because of that. Before entering of Britishers as well, Indians are humble. That's the reason Britishers were able to come and conquer. Before that, many other foreigners came and settled here. So you can see basically Indian nature is they don't confront with others. Show me one 5,000 years of history. It's not 400 or 500 years of history India got. India got 5,000 more than 5,000 years of history. At any point of time, any Indian king, it can be right from many years back, even till today. Any point of time, India went for other country and they want to grab the country and they want to have a war.
No, ma'am, never.
Like America will go to any point of the world and they'll do some nonsense or the other, right? So any incident that we can show, not now, not after the independence, before the independence as well, they generally don't go to other country. They don't want to grab something from the other. But sharing is a quality, compassion is a quality, and they're peace oriented people. They're more spiritual oriented. It can be in any religion, name it. If you comes to Islam, at the time of fasting, what Islam says is 25% of your earning. That means out of 100%, 50% you give to the others. That's what Indian culture is about, or Hinduism for that matter. Spirituality, the greatest of the great kings will go to the teacher, the guru,
yes.
right? The teacher. And even for that, you can see Sikhism, where teacher is ultimate. And you can see Islam. There is the Prophet Muhammad is not a king. He is a teacher. He is a guru, right? He is, and he said about Quran is everything for them. That means the word, the knowledge. It comes to Christianity. It's about the Bible. It's about the Christ, and it's about the giving to the others. It's sharing to the others. The culture is there inside the India. It can be in Hinduism or people. Now you can't say how British Christians are different from Indian Christians. Do you think like the British Christian is different from Indian Christian? Yes, definitely they are different. Indian Christians will have different kind of cultures. They don't wear gown, they wear sari. Whether it can be in Malayalam Christian or he's a Muslim Christians will be there in Kerala. It's a very interesting combination we can see, right? Generally, Indians are very compassionate. They are very humane. They don't have that grabbing quality. That may be one reason. Wherever Indians go, they mingle with the people. They talk to them. They give, if they have 1 rupee, they at least share that. And they have a lot of respect for the others as well. Isn't it so? Just because of 10 people, we can't, some people will be there where some kind of difficulties we find in all over the world. But in India, generally, we are very amicable, we are flexible, we try to accommodate. These are all some reasons why Indians, wherever they go, they become very good citizens of that particular country, and they contribute to that country as well. So in the first unit, we completed what's the reason why we in Indian were taught English, and how we can see what is the mode of thinking as well, why English people introduced English into our Indian culture. Okay, let us go for the unit 2. Early prose in English, page number 11, page number 10. Early Indian prose. So what kind of, why we wanted to read Indian prose here? The main objective is introduce the first generation of Indian prose. Yeah, Tabassum, you want to say something, dear? Tabassum, you are raising your hand.
No, ma'am, no, ma'am.
You are raising your hand, dear.
Yeah, I
Okay.
raised the hand when you asked me who has completed the B.Ed.
Okay, good. I can see the number is increasing. I'm very happy.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Actually, we were not having classes for the past 3 or 4 classes at this stretch. So none of
Who
them
is
are
this
aware
speaking?
that you are. Ma'am, it's me, Sudha.
Sudha, come on. I mean, open your video, Sudha.
Yes, ma'am. I'm in the class actually with my students.
Yeah, open your video, Sudha. It's okay.
Yeah, I have opened it.
I want to see you. Where are you, Sudha? From which place you are?
Hyderabad only, ma'am. Presently, I'm working for Mehboob Nagar, and this is a social sector school where I'm working for a residential school.
Okay. Are you a regular teacher?
No, ma'am. I am an outsourcing faculty here.
Okay, good. Okay, good. No problem. So I can see Deepika, then Shweta, some newcomers here. Very good. Yeah, let me go for the second chapter then. And we were trying to see what is happening in early prose. What's the reason? What is this early prose is about? Second unit, early Indian prose. This introduces first generation of Indian prose writers in English whose works are published in 19th century and early 20th century of this decade. The aim here is to provide a survey of kinds of writing and major authors that India produced in early aftermath. And it must be noted at the very outset, the Indian writing in English is only one among many forms that constitutes an Indian literature. Indian writing in English coexists with literatures like Telugu, Tamil, Bangla, and Assamese literature. So you can see every literature has got its nuances. In Telugu literature, we speak about payasam. What is payasam? Anyone of you know what is payasam?
Porridge,
The
ma'am, in
sweet
English.
one.
Yes. But it is not exactly like porridge, right? In Ramzan, they prepare some kheer. Okay, it will be somewhere nearby to the kheer, but it is not kheer, right? The kheer is different, paisam is different. You have different kinds of paisams. See, when you say a very Telugu word, like what should I? Okay, South Indian word, idli. What is idli in South India? Sorry, in North India. Do they have any nearby to that? Idli making. Idli is some food for many Indians, right? The South Indians generally eat idli, dosa, vada, and all that stuff, right? And what are the breakfast for North Indians? Is it idli, dosa, vada, or what is their breakfast?
Chapati, ma'am.
It can be roti as well, right?
Like Gujaratis, they have this dokla, ma'am, like similar to idli,
yes.
dokla.
It's almost similar to idli, but it is not idli. Right, Sudha?
Yes, ma'am. It is dokla.
Yes. Now, if I am as a South Indian, I am writing something in a story, and I said I had my breakfast today to idli. Okay. So the South Indian is telling about idli in his her or his story, and a Gujarati is trying to tell I had a dokla. So in the translation, someone said I had roti. Then what we can, or someone say I had a dosa. We can say it's a puffed rice item, or it is a baked wheat, pressed wheat or baked wheat or something like that.
Pancake
But
for say.
yeah, it's a wheat cake, wheat pancake or something like that. But it's not the same as cake of Britishers or cake of English people, or a base of pizza, right? It is also a pancake, but it is a different one. If you call pizza, you have a different base. I'm giving the examples of the food because so that you get connected very clearly. You can't have the same word for a other culture. Got it? If I say pizza base is like very like a chapati. Can you think like pizza base is chapati? Ingredients are same, but is it same?
No, ma'am.
No. Yeah, but how to make, and I mean how to make the others understand it is a form of wheat. You take an example stating like it's a kind of wheat based pancake, right? Wheat based or zower based or something like that. So to keep that tempo, we can see lot of why this is coming to us is, here you can see in page number 8, page number, second paragraph. It must be noted at the very outset, the Indian writing in English is only one many forms that constitutes an Indian literature. That is, Indian writing in English coexists with literature like Telugu, Assamese and all the other literatures, right? It is also important to note Indian writing in English is relatively newer form dating back to 18th century, when other native language literatures go back several centuries. It's still accessible only to be a very small percentage of the population in India, since English itself is not a pan-Indian language, nor is it spoken, read or written by majority of Indians. It has acquired international reputation and prestige to the Booker Prize and other awards at the cost of the other language literatures in English, literatures in India. Prestige, monetary benefits and fame comes to writer when they write in English, but rarely comes easily to writers in the native language. If you write something in English, it is getting published in all over the world. Whereas if you write in Telugu, it is only limited to limited number of people. Do you agree with me? How many people you have a habit of reading other than your textbooks? What do you read? Tell me now. I can see so many people here, almost what is this to chat? Translation becomes difficult. Yes, as we do not find exact word as based on equivalent. Oh, yeah, good. Are you a second year student, Sudha?
Yes, ma'am. Second year student. Last year I was in first year.
Okay.
Like American literature you were teaching us.
Okay.
Now it's second year.
Okay. Because I even last year we had another Sudha in second year. That's the reason I thought maybe.
No, ma'am. I am the same Sudha, like where we were discussing about white man, bit man, and also we discussed about.
Yeah. I remember Sudha.
Yeah.
I remember.
Same.
Good. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your.
Let me go back. I can see 17 participants here. Very good. Tell them like tomorrow also you'll be having the class. Maybe the last classes. I'm going to have a new counselors as well, so that the class is not going to be interrupted for all of you. And please do listen to the class. Read in your classroom. Read your textbooks. Write your assignments. Don't neglect. Trust all of you are able to complete your first year. And if you are unable to for different reasons, please do write. Complete the exams this time. Prepare well for that, and don't disappoint that just because you are unable to attend the classes is not mean like you have got the textbook with you. Please do read the textbook and write the assignments, complete the assignments, and give an attempt to your exams. Okay. Let me go for the next page. It's important why Indians are early Indian prose is they are writing in English, not in. Writers are writing in English, not in the vernacular language. Okay. Page number 11. Prose, I'm not reading all the text, nor I'm explaining everything here. I'm just giving you the bird's eye view so that, I'm just making you to taste the literature paper and you have to read the book. Are you with me, all of you? Are you with me? Raise your hands. All of you raise your hands. Let me see how many will raise their hands. Okay, Ramu is attentive. Sudha. Who is Galaxy F41? Nisi, Venkatama. Very good. Ajay, what happened to you? Jasmine, Shobha. Shobha, are you not there? Okay, Shobha, are you not there? Divya, Ajay, Deepika, what happened to you? You are not raising your hands. Sharada, I can see still Ajay, Divya, Sweta, they are all here, but they are not raising their hands. Okay, don't worry. I'm happy that at least you are here. Okay, Deepika, you are haven't received my books yet. Then what are you doing, Deepika? What are you doing? Why you are unable to collect your books? Ajay is listening to me. Good. You gave an answer to me. Very good. Deepika, you contact the student service branch and why you have everyone got the books for you? Now lower your hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone got the books for you? Please lower your hands. Very good. Now all of you lower your hands. How many are? Yeah, now no one is. I think 210. Okay. How many were unable to get the books? Please raise your hands now. Unable to. Jasmine, you don't have books with you? Jasmine?
I have.
Lower your
Actually, I
hand.
don't
Yeah.
know how to.
Now, okay, I'll do that for you, dear. I'm doing it. Now it's okay. Now tell me who don't have books with you right now? Unable to receive the books? Only one person? Please collect the books from the concerned student service branch and material production. It's a high time, my dear. You have to write assignments as well. Right? Deepika. Deepika?
Ma'am, actually, I have contacted them. But they they'll be
Where do you stay, Deepika?
Nalgonda branch.
Deepika, where do you stay?
Nalgonda, ma'am. Nalgonda.
Okay, so your RCC is Nalgonda, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Please do go there and get your books. Show your ID and get the books. You have hardly 1 month to finish your assignments. Don't wait. You are such an elder. You are taking so much of responsibility in coming and listening to the class. Then it is primary duty. You should go and collect, my dear. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. I have went there and they were telling they'll be sending the books by post. Most of our friends got them by the post only. So they were telling to wait for a few more days. I'll be contacting them again.
No, find out with your post office people because it is a registered post and they can't throw the books away, right? So you have to pursue within 2-3 days, and the next class you should come with your books and you should start writing as well. Okay, yeah. I'm concerned about you, Deepika. Now you please do the homework. Within 1 week you get the books and start writing. Okay, let me go for the next topic here. Because I'm more concerned, I'm not going to read the book, but I'm asking you to see the page numbers. I can understand your anxiety, Sudha. We'll speak about it later. Sudha, are you there? Sudha, unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am, I am there, ma'am.
Yeah, I can understand your anxiety. We'll speak about it later. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Right, ma'am.
Sure. Take care. Don't disappoint. Don't disappoint.
Fine, ma'am.
What is that sound, Sudha, around you? How are you able to listen all that?
Like I have plugged in earphones, ma'am. My students are watching cricket movie, which is related to their lesson number 10. I have my study hours also today. So I have engaged them to watch movie and I'm listening to the class.
Okay, go ahead. Mute yourself, Sudha. Okay. So
In the
this
first
is
class, ma'am, Sudha ma'am and we too engaged the classes, ma'am. When no teacher turned up, we too engaged and we too took turns and discussed the topics. And the first chapter that you discussed right now, just a moment ago,
very
we
good, very
discussed
good,
it.
Ramu. Very good, Ramu. I really appreciate the efforts that you are putting here for the
It
class
was
as well
she took
as.
the who took the initiation, ma'am, Sudha ma'am,
Very
and
good.
then and I just joined her.
Very good. I really appreciate all your efforts, and trust Sunday you will be little free to listen to all the classes as well. Yeah, page number 11, prose 1850 and after. If we are considered the forms of English writing during the 19th century, we first need to understand the places of publication and the immediate context of the narratives. Much of what we see and know today as the prose of 19th century was essentially speech delivered by statesmen. This is very important. What is prose on those days? Who are the people who were able to deliver the lectures, and what kind of speeches it was about? I mean, what is the topic of that speech is also there. Reformers, political figures, though there were many who accompanied their speech with written work as well. Thus, early Indian prose, as we know, it now includes. So, what can be considered under the title of prose? Okay, see page number 12. If you have book with you, please take your page number 12. Okay. See, these all comes under the, it can be a short answer question as well. What comes under prose in Indian English? Speeches at political and social occasions that latter approached in print, because it is pre-independent period, not post-independent. Pre-independent period, people are more about freedom struggle and national themes, or the national patriotic themes are all there. And so the speeches about the leader speech, and political, especially it is social oriented. Biographies, rajas and kings used to have biographies. Travelogues they used to have, if they wanted to travel from one place to another place. We get a lot of information at that point of time as well. Autobiographies and memoir. What is memoir? What is memoir? How you pronounce MEMOIR, memoir. Okay. And travelogues, literary histories, economic histories, literary critical essays, and literary critical essays and writings, social and political commentaries, metaphysical essay, letters, lectures at formal gathering, the parliament, courts of law, universities, journalism, all comes under the fiction. Okay, it comes under the prose. So it's not only about short story, novel, drama, but it is it's a what you call, all this comes under the Indian fiction. Okay. So what are the other topics? The topics of these speeches and commentaries were on diverse issue, like spiritualism, especially it is because Indian subcontinent. One second. In the subcontinent, we can see a lot of yes, tell me. On time and get connected. Okay, I'll be there to monitor you. Okay then. Okay, yeah, sure, I'm in the class. Okay. So God, this is again. Okay, so this all comes under the prose, 1850s. Is it my voice clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're
Okay,
audible.
okay. Yeah, in between, I got a call from a student, and my mobile, every day I get almost 100 to 150 calls from students. So nowadays, I don't know. I can't pick up the call sometimes. So, please excuse me if someone got my number and they're giving the message. I may not be able to get your call unless and until if I get the name or something like that. Okay. Keep a message for me if you have. Good that Ramu gave a call to me so that I came to know like classes are not going on properly, and so that I can monitor as well for the benefit of student. Okay. Yeah. So it is about what are the topics of the speeches here can be spiritualism. So Ganesh Chaturthi, this is also one. It's not about religion here on those days. Not now. I'm not speaking about now. It is purely about religion. But 200 years back, when Bal Gangadhar Tilak started this, what is this? Ganesh Chaturthi, it is for the patriotic favor. People, Britishers are not allowing them to sit one place and discuss about the Indian situations. Hello, is it my voice clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. So when it is difficult for the Britishers to, to come out and sit at one place and discuss in the meetings, what Indian leaders have done is, in the name of festival, in the name of one religion or something like that, they started religious meetings where they are discussing in their agenda of national priority. Okay, it's generally it is not about only religion, but in the name of religion they are discussing so many things, and they are motivating the people as well. Any religion for that matter is peace loving, right? Peace is always comes first in any religion, not violence. Remember, no religion preaches violence. Unfortunately, nowadays religious are notorious for violence, any religion, but generally religion is about peace, brotherhood, sisterhood, love, compassion, humanity, right? So for that sake, these speeches are in English, and it is about spiritualism, about spreading of education, and women and reform. So we started Sati was the prominent on those days, and Raja Ram Mohan Rai was the one who abolished and who struggled, who gave a lot of importance, and he's the one who is responsible for abolition of sati. Nationalism, economics, and social change, Indian history and culture. These are the topics that Indian used to speak in the speeches. It can be, and the various forms of fiction or speeches, biographies, autobiographies, travelogues, memoir, and metaphysical essay, all that used to come under the spiritual entity. Hello. I don many hats in my head. Head department, again classes, we have to coordinate. I have to see whether the students are coming or not, and research classes are going on, and university is going for the NAC, and we have examinations to approach for the UG first, second, third, 4, 5, 6 semesters, and it's a CBCS syllabus, and webinars are on the row. So I'm extremely sorry. I'm not the teacher that I take the phone sometime, I take the mobile sometime. I am signing the papers, and even I'm approaching some people here. In between, I'm taking the class, right? So try to understand my difficulty, but I'm really interested to take the class. Excuse me if I'm not deviating from my topic as well. Okay, so it's almost 4:30. I want to give the only two minutes I want to take, and then you can disconnect. And last class is going to be the new resource person, and he's going to take the class for maybe for 1 hour, because this is his first class for you. And definitely from tomorrow you'll be having all the classes. So the second unit is all about prose, early prose, and after 50s what happened, why the idea of nation. This is very interesting topic here, page number 15. industrialization and modernity. See here, this is which is I think all of you who don't have the book, just have a glance of this page number here. Can you see the page number here? Okay, so this is page number 15. You can see in a topsy-turvy way. The idea of nation, industrialization, modernity, comparative studies of Western and Eastern cultures, morality and moral education and values. These are themes of Gandhian analysis. How the Gandhian analysis started, non-violence movement, ahimsa. What are the topics on those days that were delivered in English? Though the language is English, all the topics are related to the social and cultural related, and for the benefit of Indians in the language of English. Okay, so that's more related in 1950s, what kind of prose is produced, and why it is important for Indians to understand the basics of Indian literature, and what kind of literature is produced in Indian subcontinent. Okay, so in the second chapter, what that we were able to discuss is Indian prose writers of 19th and 20th century and their experiment with form, which resulted in several genres such as autobiography, memoir, biography, and socio-political commentaries. These writings opened up many ideas, whether it is about Swaraj in writings of Gopal Krishna Gokhale, or Gandhi, national leaders, or literary and cultural criticism, or from Vivekananda. So both the units give a base to understand what kind of literature was introduced in English, and what's the reason people started to see English literature from an Indian point of view, right? So this is what described in Indian English literature. Tomorrow we can go for 3rd, 4th, and 5th unit. Please do read and come back to my class. Okay, my dear students, I want you to open the textbook, read the textbook. Have you started writing your assignments? All of you, have you started writing your assignments? Were you able to write your assignments?
Yes, we have started.
Yes, madam.
Very good. And is it my voice clear now?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Is it my voice clear now?
No, yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Little bit. Okay. Okay. Yes, Divya. So please do read and take your books, dust the books, and get your books tomorrow. Keep all the books with you. Morning Tirupati will be there for the first paper. Second paper, Fuzzy will come. Fuzzy Ullah will come. And then third paper, Sriram is going to take. Fourth paper, I myself will be dealing. And fifth paper, Mr. Sujit is going to come and join you today at 4:30. Okay, happy reading. And don't belittle yourself like classes are not going on, so I'm not getting motivated. You're all self-motivators, and you already completed your first year. Marks is not only the criteria, the enjoyment of reading is the criteria, and you are an MA English literature student, remember. And all the books are self-learning material. You enjoy your reading. First of all, you start reading, then you get the enjoyment. Okay, have a nice evening, and the last session is going to start in few minutes. Grab one cup of water, or cup of curd, or cup of glass of buttermilk, or coffee or tea as per your requirement, or an ice cream as well if you are at home, and listen to the last session. Okay, yes, my dear student, anything to add up? Yes, Nisi Florence, how are you, Nisi? Nisi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm great. Thank you. How
Good,
about you,
good.
ma'am?
Take care. Start reading and writing, and your classes are going to be there regular now on. Okay, I'll be
Sure,
monitoring.
Sure,
Take
thank
care.
you.
All of you have a nice time. Bye bye for afternoon. See you then. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next class. You are going to have the next class now on the next Zoom platform. The last 10th paper. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.